Hey bright mind, it's an absolute pleasure to have you join me for this exclusive lesson. Once again, let's make it alive and see how fascinating the world of numbers can be. But before that, we will revise what did we do in the last class. What did we do? We talked about commutative property and associative property. In commutative property, we can change the order of numbers while performing the operation, but the answer is going to be same. So this is true in case of addition and multiplication, but not in case of subtraction and division. And in associative property, either way we group the numbers, the answer is going to be same. But this is again true in case of addition and multiplication, not in case of subtraction and division. So today I'm going to give one of the interesting question once again. And the question is, you are baking cookies and you need half a cup of sugar for the dough and 1/3 of a cup of sugar for frosting, and you are making 3 batches. How much sugar do you need in total? Are you confused? But don't worry, I will help you with this today, and we are going to learn about distributive property for rational numbers, which is absolutely going to help you in solving this question. Okay, so let's get the mastery over this concept, and we are going to learn the role of 0 first, then role of 1, and the third thing is distributive property for rational numbers. Distributivity of multiplication over addition, distributivity of multiplication over subtraction also. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the role of 0. We can see in case of whole numbers, if I add 0 to any whole number, the answer is that whole number itself. Do you see that 2 plus 0 is 2, 0 plus 2 is 2. Integers, if I take an integer, let's say minus 5. Minus 5 plus 0 is minus 5. 0 plus minus 5 is minus 5. That answer is the integer itself. Is this true in case of rational numbers also? Let's see. Minus 2 over 7 plus 0 is minus 2 over 7. 0 plus minus 2 over 7 is minus 2 over 7. So this is true in case of rational numbers also. So what am I going to conclude over here? 0 is the additive identity for rational numbers. If we add 0 to any number, the answer is going to be that number itself. Either it is whole number or integer or rational numbers. Let's talk about the role of 1. If we multiply whole number with 1, that answer is the whole number itself. You can see that 5 times 1 is 5, 1 times 5 is 5, even if you change the order. In case of integers, you see, minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Okay, 1 times minus 3 is again minus 3. So you can see that this is true in case of whole numbers and integers. But is this true for rational numbers? Let's quickly see that then. Minus 2 over 7 times 1 is minus 2 over 7. 1 into minus 2 over 7 is again minus 2 over 7. So this is true for rational numbers also. So you can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Okay, this is true for whole numbers, integers, and for rational numbers also. Okay, now we are going to talk about distributivity of multiplication over addition. Now what does distributive property say? That says you can multiply the number outside the bracket with the numbers inside the bracket. Okay, and it says that the answer is going to be same if you do it in a different order, that is solving the bracket first and then multiplying that answer with the number outside the bracket. Okay, so first of all we will do it according to the distributive property. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to multiply minus 3 over 4 by 2 over 3 plus, then we are going to multiply minus 3 over 4 by minus 5 over 6. Okay, ready? Okay, so we have two parts over here, so we will be solving both. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, what do I have? Minus 1 over 2. And then the next one is, then I will be saying 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. So this is going to be 5 over 8. And then what next? I need to make the denominator same by taking the LCM, as we know that, right? For that I will multiply the first number by 4. The numerator also by 4 and the denominator also by 4. Okay, so I am going to get minus 4 over 8 plus 5 over 8. Now I can write 8 at the bottom. Minus 4 plus 5, which is going to be 1 over 8. Okay, so now we will do it in a different way. What is that? We are going to solve the bracket first and we are going to verify the answer if it is same or not. Okay, let's solve the bracket. So I will be writing minus 3 over 4 as it is, and then I will be solving the bracket. While solving the bracket, I need the LCM of 3 and 6, which is 6. So let's multiply the first fraction by 2 in the numerator and denominator both. Okay, so this is going to be 4 over 6 plus minus 5 over 6. Okay, so now minus 3 over 4 times, I am going to write 6 in the denominator, 4 minus 5, and this is going to be minus 3 over 4 times minus 1 over 6. Okay, so 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. So this is going to be 1 over 8. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is positive 1. So this is 1 over 8. Hence we have verified. What we have verified over here is A multiply B plus C is equals to A times B plus A times C. Isn't it proved now? Yeah. So let's move ahead and we will be looking at the question also. This is the same question that we did, right? Minus 3 over 4 multiply 2 over 3 plus minus 5 over 6. It is okay if I multiply minus 3 over 4 by 2 over 3 and then minus 3 over 4 by minus 5 over 6. This is true in both the cases. Now, did you know that this is true for subtraction also? Yes, do you really want to check it? Okay, then let's check. It says A multiplied by B minus C is equals to A multiplied by B minus A multiplied by C. So this question is find the answer using distributive property. Okay, this question is actually nothing but 7 over 5 should be multiplied by minus 3 over 12 minus 5 over 12. Okay, so let's quickly solve it using distributive property and get the answer. 7 times minus 3 is minus 21 and 12 times 5 is 60. After that 7 times 5 is 35 and then 5 times 12 is 60. Then 60 in the denominator and minus 21 minus 35. So this is going to be minus 56 over 60. Now I can divide both the numbers by 4. Okay. So if I want to simplify this and after dividing both the numerator and denominator by 4, I am going to get minus 14 over 15, right? So if you want to verify this distributive property in case of subtraction, then you can do that also. Okay, so in that we will be solving the bracket first. So let's keep 12 over here and this is going to be minus 3 minus 5. Okay, and this has to be multiplied with 7 over 5. So what is this going to be? 7 over 5 times minus 8 over 12. So again we are getting what? We are getting minus 56 over 60. So now we know that minus 56 over 60 is equals to minus 14 over 15. So we have solved the answer also and we have verified the distributive property over subtraction also. I hope you understood it. Okay, so let's quickly solve the question that we started initially. Okay, what was it? We need how much of a sugar? Half of a cup of sugar for dough and 1/3 of a cup of sugar for frosting. And we are making 3 batches. Okay, let's do it. 3 times 1 over 2 plus 3 times 1 over 3. I can do it like this. 3 over 2 plus 3 over 3. This is 1.5. This is 1. So this is going to be 2.5, right? Did you understand? Easy peasy. And you could have solved the bracket also first. So it can be done in both the ways. Okay, let's practice the question. It says, name the property under multiplication used in the following. So here we are multiplying by 1 and the answer is the number itself. That is the rational number, right? So which property is this? Multiplicative identity, right? 1 is the multiplicative identity. So we have answered this question. So let's quickly summarize all of the things that we have learned today. We talked about the role of 0. That is, if you add 0 to any of the number, the answer is that number itself, right? So 0 is the additive identity. Then we talked about 1 is the multiplicative identity. Then we talked about distributive property. Yes, you can see that this is true in case of addition and subtraction. You can even check with multiplication and division. If you distribute the number with multiplication and division inside the bracket, then this is not going to work. This works over addition and subtraction only. Okay, so now I hope you loved this class, you understood everything, but this is not enough. We have learned about all the properties, but I think practice is required. Yes, so for that, don't forget to join the next practice session, and we are going to practice lot of questions. Okay, all the best for the practice session. Thank you so much. Bye bye.